We've gone 14 games, unbeaten in all competitions, but we need to make sure that the 3-point gap at the top of the table is bigger by the end of the episode, because we only have 8 games to go. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 14 of Going Dutch, as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, as we try to return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side, and this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you 2 games in the Keuken Divisie. And we're playing a game in between. I'll explain more in a moment. We're playing Topos in the matchday 31 and then at FC Dordrecht in matchday 33 as we get towards the business end of the season. And as I said, there is a game in between as well, which I will just bring you the goals for, assuming there are some goals in it. Of course. Don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. And of course, you can keep up to date with everything that happens on this channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, since you were last with us, we haven't played any games since you were last with us. Last time out, of course. Oh, we have played one game, I tell a lie. Played Excelsior and Helmond Sport in the last game. Or last episode, should I say. Both draws, 2-2 draw at Excelsior and then a 1-1 draw back home, Helmond Sport. It was hard to watch, hard to do, but we did go away and beat VVV Venlo 4-2 in the next match, and Listes having a fantastic game. Let's have a quick look. It was one of those games where we thought, we're not going to do very well here, because inside the first minute, Finn Stokkers got Venlo a goal. Klassen, Zalfan Janssen through to Stokkers and Viscari. Very poor from Viscari, and well, off to a bad start then, but just 2 minutes later, this happened. Free kick from Listes, top corner, and we are back level. And, well, that was such a good way to get back level. So, 3 minutes in, 1-1. And Listes added to his absolute wonder goal from the free kick on 19 minutes. De Boer swings this one in. It's come down. De Boer flips it, and it falls nicely for Listes. Listes putting it into the back of the net. And it's, at this point, it is 2-1, and we've taken the lead. And simply 2 minutes later, Listes was at it again. Listes out wide and pulls it back to Latonda. Varro through to Listes, who's run onto it, and he's put it away for his hat-trick. 21 minutes, and that's how it stayed at half-time. 3-1, and that man Lobinger doing the business again, getting another goal on 64 minutes to make it 4-1. Listes, part of it again. Varro was tackled in the area. Shrivers picks it up though, points it into the 6-yard box, and Lobinger putting it away. 64, 4-1 then on 64 minutes, and they got a consolation goal in effect. Janssen, 3 minutes into injury time at the end of the game. Janssen. Guku to the other Janssen. Pulls it down. And Viscari not getting on the end of that one either. And so there it was. A 4-2 win. And unsurprisingly, Kirsten Listes getting a player of the match. 3 key passes. 3 goals. It's a splendid game and got a 10 for it. 13 shots, 10 on target, 2.94, 63% of the possession. We were dominant. Venlo had 9 shots, 3 on target, 0.15, and 37% of the possession. And this is how the table looks going into today's games. We are top. We've got a 3-point cushion over Excelsior in second place. Young Ajax are in third on 54. And then Groningen, Breda, Graafschap, Emmen and Willem II, who've dropped down quite a lot, having lost their last 2 games as well. Guaranteed a playoff place, but if they hadn't already guaranteed that playoff place by the first part of the season, they would have dropped out of there by now. So, yeah, that's how it goes. So, as it stands at the minute, there are 4 playoff places up for grabs, and we'll see how that all falls out as the season progresses. So, to today then, and Topos are our first opponents, currently 18th in the table. When we played them earlier in the season, we beat them 3-0 at the Mandamakers. Oakley, Den Bosch and Selenais, the scorers on that occasion. And I did say we were playing a game in between, mainly because we postponed a match due to players away on international duty. So Young PSV got moved and sits between Topos and Dordrecht. So we won't be showing you that one because we did say we would do Topos and Dordrecht. So we're going to play Young PSV offline. We'll show you the goals, assuming there are some, of course, and how that fits into the equation. And then we'll be coming back for Emmen and Graafschap straight after. Young Utrecht will depend on where we are and what we need to secure automatic promotion at the top of the table there. And let's just go back and have a look, because at the moment, third place, only the top 2 go up, 54. So we've got 11-point gap over them. So as it stands at the moment, 3 games, basically. If we win today, 3 games with 8 games left to play. So, as I say, we'll see where we get to as we get to Young Utrecht. Right, that's it then. Let's go and have a look at the side that will play Topos in this Kuken Campion Divisie Match Day 31. And here is the team that faces Topos in this Kuken Campion Divisie Match Day 31. It's Vassen has returned to goal. Den Bosch, Pollock and Limari, the defensive line. Vatters and Leveld are the complete wing backs. Varro and O'Killy in between them. Margray out on the left. Chica out on the right. I don't know why I keep playing him, to be fair. Lobinger is up front, and on the bench, Salmane, Shrivers, Lakessa, Temezhlikov, Gari, Hamazi, Min, Zinguin, Simmons, Listes, Latonda, and Rekik. In fact, I am going to make that change now, because if we go back up a minute and have a look at Chica, he's a 6.62. And why would I play him? Let's... no, we won't. We'll play him. We have Lakessa on the bench, so that is an option for us. He's in good form. But obviously the reason that my assistant manager wanted to play Chica, we'll see how he gets on. Well, I've just found out an unknown rule. Having gone to submit the team, it's come up with a message saying you can't play a player in the reserves and in the first team in the same week, except for under 23 players. So we discovered that Salmani had played for the reserves, trying to get him a bit of game time. He can't play for the senior team, so he's out. We've had to have a bit of a switch round, which means Viscara comes back into the side. And the other person I think that was causing a problem was David Min. He had played for the reserves as well, so we've had to have a bit of a switch round. So the only switch round is on the bench. So the bench looks like this now: Viscara, Shrivers, Lakessa, Temezhlikov, Gari, Hamazi, Bloom, Ziguin, Simmons, Listes, Latonda and Rekic. Hopefully, I'll have no problems this time. And here we are at Topos. They've only won one of their last 5. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Whilst we have drawn 2 of our last 5, playing our usual formation. We are currently top on 65 and they are 18th on 27. They have a corner on 14 minutes, a short corner. Pata crosses this in and Vassen comes out and collects. Highlight appears to be wanting to continue. I rolled it out to Lamari. Lamari to Pollock. Pollock in that central defensive role today. Van der Boesch. Back to Pollock. Pollock to O'Killy. Lamari. All right. Finds Lobinger, who's come deep. Lobinger come back. Lamari. Chica. Chica goes out wide to Watters. Watters to Lobinger. Lobinger out to Chica. Chica! Oh, and hello. He scored his first goal on 16 minutes. And he was involved in that. And fired a lovely ball in past the goalkeeper. Maastricht are beating Excelsior as well. Another result going in our favour. But Chica hit that first time on the volley off the post. And it's 1-0. I like from the restart. As you know, I never like those unless it's a positive happening. And that's cut out by Vatters. Maybe it is. Vatters, are we going to carry on like we did against Venlo? Vatters. Margray. Margray now. Margray, he's gone on a bit of a run. He's lost the ball, won the ball back. Into the area. He's going to have a go on his own. And he scored. Off the other post this time. And 2 goals in 2 minutes. Might even be the same minute, actually. No, it is in 2 minutes. 17 minutes on the clock when both our wingers have scored now. 27 on the clock. Margray again. Margray, Varro. Back to Van der Beek. Van der Beek finds Vatters. Vatters crosses this deep. It's headed. It's just over the top from Oakley. Well worked. Vatters out wide. Not being marked. Cuts inside. Oakley gets there. Tries to just chip it over the goalkeeper. Can't do it. 37 on clock. Varro with a free kick. Chips this one in. It's come back to Varro. Varro. Van der Boesch. Back to Varro. Varro coming backwards. Leveld as the deepest defender. Varro. Pollock. Van der Boesch. Van der Boesch. Margray. Lobinger. Margray. Margray! He's second of the game. 6th of the season. And on 39 minutes, we take a 3-goal lead against Topos. Why can't we play like this all the time? That's what I want to know. Maybe it wouldn't be so exciting if we were too good all the time. Have a corner now, 42. Can we make it 4-0 before half-time? Varro with an in-swinger. Swung in. It's headed clear. Van der Boesch. Margray looking for his hat-trick. He's got it. 7th goal of the season. And he hasn't done a lot. And all of a sudden, he's got a hat-trick. Margray with the hat-trick. And it's 4-0. This could be a cricket score. Oh, goalkeeper nearly getting to that, but diverted it into his net. Well, that's as comprehensive a first half as you will ever see. 10 shots, 6 on target, 1.06, 72% of the possession. They've had nothing. No shots, nothing on target, 28% of the possession. Chica got us underway after 16, then Margray a minute later. 2 goals then in 2 minutes, and then Margray adding a further 2 in 38 and 43. No changes made by either side at half-time. Van der Bosch winning that ball. 67 on the clock. First highlight of the second half. Pollock, Oakley, Margray, who's hat-trick man. Vatters inside. Lobinger. He's had a good game and he's just not scored. But he has now 12th goal of the season for Lobinger to make it 5-0 on 69 minutes. And, well, this was very decisive after Van der Bosch won that ball back through to Lobinger. Lobinger puts those away for a pastime. And with 17 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 changes. We have taken off our hat-trick man, Rochnel Margray. He's had a fantastic game. 9.7 for him, and I suspect he will get player of the match unless Lobinger does something very miraculous. So Rochnel Margray is off. Latonda is on for him. We will rest Margray now for the next game. The other change that we've made is Yasin Oakley. He's had a good day, but not up to his usual performance, and we've taken him off, and we're giving Danilo Simmons an opportunity in that midfield. And with 83 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 more changes. Lavelde is off. Shrivers is on. We've also taken off Luke Vatters. Latonda moves back into that complete wing-back position. Listes comes on in place of Vatters. No more highlights. A very subdued second half after all the fun of that first half. 17 shots, 8 on target, 2.10. 73% of the possession. They've had nothing. No shots, nothing on target. 27% of the possession is all they could muster. It's a 5-0 win against Topos. Let's go and see what the rest of the teams have done and whether we've opened that gap up at the top of the table at last. And here are the day's results, and that gap at the top there has gone up to 5 points. 5 points clear of Excelsior in second place, and then just outside of that, FC Groningen on 56. So we're 12 points clear of those. A full 3 games now clear of them, as we've got 7 games left to play. That 5 point gap is based on the fact that Excelsior have only managed to draw against Maastricht. They were a goal down after 9 minutes, got back level after 55, but Maastricht took the lead again on 67, but they did manage to score and equalise that on 77, but that was as best as they could do, and that's where they are. The loss, Topos loss today has dropped them down to 19th place, as Eindhoven, having beaten Dordrecht, leapfrogged them on goal difference. In fact, they've pretty much all square as it stands. So that is how the bottom of the table is looking. But we have that 5 point gap now. Can we go on and extend that gap at the top? As I said, that was the ideal before the end of the episode to get that. So that's how it's ended up. A good result against Topos. And, well, a lot of the other sides there, Den Haag moving up the table, a 2-1 win against Jong PSV, Graafschap dropping down the table. They have lost at home to Breda, who are in 5th place, and Emmen, FC Emmen, who we play in the next episode. Where are they? They drew 2-2 with Telstar on the bottom. Telstar 5 points adrift of Topos now as they try get themselves off the bottom of the table. Right, we have 4 days down to the game against Jong PSV. You're not going to see that game. We will come back just after that game. We'll have the highlights, any goals and all the rest of it, and then we will have the game against FC Dordrecht. So for the highlights coming up against Jong PSV next. This is the team that will face Jong PSV Vassen, Van der Boij, Pollock. In fact, it's an unchanged side. Limuri, Vatters and Lefeld as the complete wing-backs. Varro and Oakley in midfield. Margray and Chica as the wide players behind Lobinger, Viscara, Shrivers, Lakessa, Tomashnikov, Gari, Hamazi, Blom, Zigwin, Simmons, Listes, Latonda and Rekic all on the bench. 15 minutes on the clock. Margray to Varro. Varro cuts it back. Lobinger's tripped, but Oakley puts it away. It's a 1-0. Margray to Vatters. Vatters crosses this ball deep. Chica. Oakley. Second goal of the game. Van der Boij through to Margray. Margray's been instrumental today. Cross it in. Oakley for his hat-trick. And that was the final result. 3-0. The final result. 21 shots, 8 of which were on target. 2.54 on the old XG. 70% of the possession. A Young PSV had 2 shots, just the one on target, 0.07. 30% of the possession. An unchanged team then went out and got a second clean sheet. Vassen doing well in goal and a number of others also doing very, very well. Oakley getting a player of the match. 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance created and 3 goals for Yasin Oakley. Patrick Varro having a good game and Chica for the second game in a row having a good game. Maybe that we have found our sort of best side as it is, albeit Tomashnikov came on as a substitute up front and was slightly better than Lobinger in this case. And here are the results from the Tuesday games. As you would see, Excelsior have lost 3-2 to Young Ajax, which puts us in the driving seat. We are 8 points clear of Excelsior in second place now, with Young Ajax not able to get promoted. Of course, FC Groningen, they only managed a 2-2 draw against Maastricht. Breda, 2-2 draw against FC Emmen, which makes it very interesting at the top of the table here, because with 6 games to play, I reckon we need 18, well, 3 sixes are 18. 18 points available. Groningen are the nearest side to us, below Young Ajax. So if you take Ajax out of it, 18 on there is 75. I reckon we need 4 points in order to secure a promotion. And it also depends on what Groningen do in this next game. But if we were to win, and I think that's all we need to do at the moment, is go out and win. We're playing Dordrecht. Go out and win. That will give us 74 points. Theoretically, we will be at worst a point away from automatic promotion. If Groningen lose, then it's really quite possible that we could get promoted on this game against Dordrecht with games in hand. So that is what's coming up. I don't think there's much else to tell you there. That is it. I can tell you that the result is in from the other semi-final of the Dutch Cup. And here is the result of the second semi-final. Taken a long time to get round to it. PSV have beaten AZ Alkmaar by 2-1. Proper set AZ off on 24 minutes, but the equaliser came after 35, and then Bernabe scored the winner on 58, which means that we will be meeting PSV at the De Kuiper, which is Feyenoord's ground, in the final of the Dutch Cup on the 20th of April. There it is, down there. So our next episode, should we need it, because I think even if we beat, we'll work on the premise that we're not going to get the promotion today. We will need a point against either Emmen or Graafschap. So we'll come back for Emmen Graafschap. PSV will be a standalone episode, and then we'll finish up the season with Den Bosch and Breda. That's how it's going to be. Last time out against FC Dordrecht, we secured a 3-1 win on that occasion. Borhout, who's no longer with us, Listes getting a brace, Bronkhurst getting a consolation goal for Dordrecht on 64 minutes from the penalty spot. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Dordrecht in what could be a promotion win. And having secured a couple of wins on the trot, clean sheets as well, we've tried to stick to an unchanged side as best we can. This is the team that will face Dordrecht in what could be a promotion match. Vassen is in goal. He's had 2 wonderful games on the trot. Please may he continue tonight. Den Bosch, Pollock and Lemure are back 3 as they have been for the last couple of games. Latonda comes in for the suspended Vatters, who has picked up too many yellow cards, so he comes in on the left. Liveld is out on the right as he has been for the last couple of games for Rowan Oakley in those midfield roles between them. Listes comes in on the left for the tired Margray after 2 games, and he's been playing splendidly, but Listes can play splendidly on his day as well. Let's hope he can do it today. Chica has also been playing rather well. He seems to have hit the form just at the right time, so he is in today on the right. Lobinger continues up front, albeit he didn't have a particularly good game last time out. I just put it down to maybe a whatever. So he is a starter out there today. And then on the bench, we have Vizcara, Shrivers, Lakessa, Tomezhnikev. I couldn't say that. Tomezhnikov. Geary, Hamazi, Bloom, Zinguin, Simmons, Margray, Toshabuba, and Rekic. And here we are back at the Mandermakers, second home game in a row. 1-3, drawn 2 of the last 5. And FC Dordrecht, who've only won 1 of the last 5, drawn 1, lost 3, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We are top on 71. Dordrecht 17th on 29 points. Is this a promotion win today? If we can win, of course. 13 minutes on the clock. It's Chica with a corner. Swung in. Oh, it's saved, I think. And it's been fired away. We'll see it from behind. Chica swung in. And it was headed by Du Bois, I think. And come off the woodwork. Come off of the angle of the woodwork. And just saved the day. Well, just that one highlight in the first half. Not found a way through yet. We've tried 9 shots, 3 on target, 1.03 and 66% of the possession. They've not had a shot on target. Not had a shot or a shot on target. 34% of the possession. We need to convert that possession into goals in the second half because the last score that we saw, Excelsior, were beating Groningen, which means if we win today, we will be promoted. No changes at half-time, and we get a highlight from kickoff. Lobinger getting us underway. Chica. I hope this is good news. Pollock holds the ball up. Oakley. Back to Pollock. Lemure through to Leveld. Leveld. He's put it in for Oakley. Oakley now just needs to pull it back. Leveld. Varro. He's come back off the woodwork, and it's cleared upfield. Pollock brings it down, though. And it's not going to come to anything. And that's what it was going to be. More woodwork. Oakley, Leveld, Varro hits it, but back off the woodwork. Listes with a free kick. 47 on the clock. Chips this one in. It's cleared upfield. But Leveld is going to be there. He's the last defender. Varro. Du Bois. Latonda now. Into the area, crosses it deep, looking for Chica. Chica back in. It's chipped away, though, and they've got a breakout. Gerhardt. And they could break it and stop it. We are outnumbered at the minute. Need to sort this out very quickly. Crossed in. Oh, it's come back off the woodwork as well. Latonda, the woodwork is working overtime today. Chica comes back and collects that ball. It's Leveld on the outside of him. Lavelde comes forward. Surely something's got to come in a minute. Chica tried to get that through. Oakley. Latonda. Pressure to bear. Yes. Come back off the goalkeeper. Lobinger poaches the goal. 11th of the season, I think that was coming up. And we take a lead on 52. Is that going to get us in the right frame of mind? Oakley is tired. Took a deflection. Didn't cross the line there. Goalkeeper stopped it from going over the line. But Lobinger was first to pounce. Listes wins that ball back. Latonda. Van der Bosch. Listes to Varro. Van der Bosch. Varro. Van der Bosch. It's going all the way back to Vassen. Pollock. Van der Bosch. Latonda looking for a way through here. Lobinger has come deep. Lemuri. Pollock. Varro. Goes out to Latonda. Latonda now will come forward. He's doubled back. Varro. Finds O'Killy. Lobinger puts his second away. 14th. It was 13 goals. It's 14th of the season. He's a brace now. And we've got a 2-goal cushion. And 2 goals in very quick succession. 53 minutes on the clock for this one. And, we may have achieved the first part of our mission to get them back in the Eredivisie. Bit tougher next season, possibly. And on 53 minutes, having taken that 2-goal lead, Yasin Oakley is tiring. We've taken him off. He's had a good game. Replaced him with Jur Shrivers. And the other change that we made is Patrick Varro. Not having such a good day today, but he's still instrumental in that midfield there. He's replaced by Danilo Simmons. And with 70 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. We have taken off Dario Van der Beek, who's had he's an okay game today, but after 3 games on the trot, we've replaced him with Rekic, who's come in on that left-hand side. And for our 4th change, Listes, who's not having a good day out there, he's been replaced by Rashnel Margray. And on 85 minutes, our final change is Pollock is off. And we brought on Yaren Gary has come on in that defensive line. Lemuri moving over into the central defence position. And that is our final change. Can we see this game out? And then we'll find out whether we've been promoted or not. Well, nowhere near as convincing tonight, but we've done what we needed to do. Definitely 2-minute salvo from Lobinger. 52 and 53 minutes. He picks up a player of the match for those 2 goals. Vesson, again, having a good game in goal. Kept them to 4 shots, 1 on target. 0.28 and 33% of the possession. We had 15 shots, 5 of which were on target, 2.59 and 67% of the possession. We've done our bit. We need to see what the others have been up to. And here is the news that we wanted. The Cook and Campion Divisie of Waalwijk celebrate promotion on a breezy evening at Mandermakers. Dario Dambuj was at the centre of attention as he led De Gaulle to promotion. Deep line forward, Lobinger gave Waalwijk the lead on a close range finish. Bottom right hand corner and 52nd minute. Lobinger completed the scoring with a well-struck shot from inside the box, which hit the woodwork before finding there on 53 minutes. Promoted to the Eredivisie. Scenes of jubilant success for De Glaboen. I cannot pronounce that. I mean, it's Waalwijk, who came to form the perfect time late in the season. Have we? We've been performing all season, apart from a bit of a wobble. Finding consistent performances to ascend promotion contention and upset the odds by going up. Initial budgets are set. We will have a look at that in just a moment. Other news, Just Offside leads Waalwijk to promotion. Jubilant fans, feast of promotion. The next trick is to stay there, of course. Waalwijk delighted, unexpected promotion. Really? Announced the press are extremely pleased that the team secured promotion. In a brief statement, the spokesman for the board declared the promotion not been on the cards at the start of the season. The board wanted to put on record their gratitude to manager Mark JustOffside for delivering the unthinkable. Lobinger is on form. Promotion joy for Waalwijk. So there it is. Promoted. We've got a P against us, which means the playoff place goes to one of the other teams. We can't be caught. Groningen, five games left to play. 3 5s of 15. They can only get 73 points. 73. We have assailed ourselves. 10 points clear of Excelsior. We'll look at the results in just a moment. But by my reckoning, we're 10 points clear. We need probably another 5 points there or thereabouts. A couple of wins to secure that championship. That's what we want. Let's have a look at the initial wage budget. 100,000. I think that's up from about 60 something. Of course, it's now gone, so we can't tell. I will check it out because we'll be able to have a look. And a transfer budget of 2.73, which is what it was anyway. Right, let's go and have a look at the fixtures then have just gone and what happens. Excelsior in the lead in that game for a long time. 13 minutes they scored, but Iran Dust, I think he did us the bad when we played them at some point or other. Managed to get an equaliser, 1-1, and Excelsior, that means a 10-point gap now over Excelsior. We're motoring away, having gone very well in the last 3 games. Maastricht beating Helmond Sport, Jong Utrecht beating Breda. All those really way out of it for a while now. Telstar getting a 0-0 draw against Graafschap, within 2 points of Jong PSV and FC Eindhoven at the bottom there. Willem the second beating Jong PSV 5-1. So that is how it stacks up at the end of this episode. And we're on a good run. 4 straight unbeaten now since those 2 draws in that episode. In the last episode, come to that. And then we've got 4 straight. And actually, 3 clean sheets on the trot now. And is that since Vassen's gone back in goal? I have a distinct feeling it is. Yes, Vassen. He's playing very well. And, well... Right, we're going to come back because we want to secure the championship now. We're going to come back as we said we would do for FC Emmen and Graafschap. Secure the championship, see the lift, the thing, and then we'll come back for the Dutch Cup final against PSV. And then finally, for this season, Den Bosch and Breda, before we get ourselves set to go for a run at the Eredivisie. Can we get promotion? No, we got promotion, but can we get ourselves established as a mid-table side? And then our job here at Waalwijk is done. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. Don't forget to leave me a comment as well. New episodes of Going Dutch released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 15. It's out on Thursday. Can we become champions? Not only promoted, but can we become champions? Join me on Thursday and we'll find out together. Till then, have a great week. Bye-bye.